Hello everybody, welcome back. The bio on the road. So remember like 20-ish episodes or something ago? I mentioned having to go clean up a dirty old computer. Well, today's finally that day. People forgot about it. I never did, but as I may have said, I wasn't too keen to doing it to begin with. But people forgot about that. I was in no means to be able to do any correspondence because I didn't know the person I actually had to go and help, so it all had to go through a mutual friend. And then finally I did get the message from one of them saying, hey, if you want to go do it, now's the time to go and do it. So here I am. With me I have 2 USB drives and 2 disks with operating systems on it. I've been assured the man has a key for it, so it's all legit. But she didn't know a single clue which operating system she had. Rather than trying to explain how to get to it, I thought I'll just take both Windows 7 and Windows 8. Now to come home and find out there's Windows XP on it. That would be the day. Anyway, I don't have to drive too far, so that's great. It's pretty much the usual road from back when I still had to do groceries, but well, that's where I'm going to park my car because it's a rather small house in a rather small street, which means parking will probably be an issue. Henceforth, I'm not going to bother trying to park in small streets. I'm just going to park on a big ass parking lot nearby. How do I know that it's a fairly small street? Well, Google Maps puts me on the big road right next to it and say, well, you might as well go and try to find it for yourselves. So here we are. Well, here we aren't yet, but soon to be. Anyway, we'll probably have to start by cleaning out the computer. It's probably hasn't seen. Well, the inside probably hasn't seen daylight for over 3 years or something, so that's going to be great. I was assured that I did not have to bring any tools for that, so necessary screwdrivers and probably a vacuum cleaner of the sorts will be provided. I wonder if I should get a dust mask as well. There's a computer that hasn't been open for 3 years. No, I don't know. But I'll be sure to let you know on the way back. Considering I don't have to drive too far, might as well mash both together. It's probably going to be a while. First there's cleaning. Then I have to look up what drivers are on it. See if it can actually be formatted, because she doesn't even know what's on the damn thing anymore. And then do the install of Windows, do the essential things, and install some programming like Skype and whatnot. So, might be a few hours. Especially if it's a bit of an elderly computer, things might not run as well as they probably should do. But, it'll be great, probably. Let's hope I can quickly find a close parking spot. I need to be somewhere on the left here, a little side road. Probably next to the pharmacist there. So I'm just gonna park my car. Oh my god, why is there so much traffic here? Why are there so many cars? take her spots. If she's moving out, then I'll be glad to move in. And she's struggling to get in, it looks like. Okay, yeah, driving is harder. Didn't see any spots on the right here either. Oh, there's probably a spot right there, unless it's a handicap spot. Doesn't look like one, so I'll take it. In the meantime, we can do some clothes shopping for like 5 seconds or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in a bit. And by a bit, I mean it's going to be a bit for you guys. For me, it's probably going to be a few hours. Anyway, see you then. Why is there a vest in my car? Oh, yeah. Somebody forgot it. Okay. Well, again, see you in a bit. Well, that only took like, what, 4 hours and a little bit? 4 hours and a half? Oh, boy. How people can actually still work with a computer like that, I will never know. Probably would have binned it a long time ago. Well, not binned it, but formatted it. And that's what I ended up doing. And it's great because I can't see anything here. But on the bright side, she does have vision. Which means I can go off of her and get on my way. Anyway. So yeah, first things first, I opened up the computer. The amount of dust in there was amazing. You could probably build a dust house with that. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating, but for a computer, it was incredibly bad. Anyway, with that taken care of, next thing on the line was the insides. Now, of course, first things first, stuff needed to still get hauled off the computer, and nobody knew what the heck they wanted to keep. So do you want this? I don't know. Do we need that? I don't know. You should know that. Like pictures and movies and whatever. So anyway, at the end of the line, some stuff got taken off, and I was given the green light to go ahead. Now, of course, next thing was first getting the drivers, which means checking what hardware was in there, finding the correct drivers. Luckily enough, all of the drivers were, all of the hardware was still supported by Windows 7, which was the thing I planned on installing, because there was an XP on there. Now, the problem was, however, that computer was so far gone, it wasn't funny anymore. The moment you opened up a browser and you clicked anywhere, was it a link, was it an empty space, a pop-up open? I don't know how bad something needs to get that every click of a button opens up a pop-up. Seriously. So, I downloaded a driver for the internet's card, and that was it. I just couldn't be bothered to find everything else. Managed to format, everything was fine. Of course, the drive wouldn't even work. Because they didn't want to use an Ethernet cable, they used Wi-Fi on. So while I did have a drive for the internet card, I didn't have one for the little USB Wi-Fi thing. Which means I had to use my cell phone to download it, put it on their computer, and finally it got work. And I installed everything else, and everything was alright with the world. Now, I've been given a tablet. Yes, a tablet. Because there's some sort of security on it. Because they got it from somebody who sells vegetables or something. I don't know exactly how that went. And the problem with that thing is, they don't have a password for it, and you can't reset it back to factory settings without that. And to make things more interesting, there is no button at all to go back screen. There is no back button. That's freaking annoying. So I know I get to mess around with that at home because I really can't be bothered. Doing it over there probably takes too long anyway, and I'd like to do it in the confines of my own home. Now, of course, back to the computer at hand, there was the issue of not getting any sound. So I asked the person there, did you have sound on this computer, or did you need headphones or speakers to get sound of it? No, there's sound on there. Okay. Installed all the drivers for the sound card, I think no sound. And suddenly, oh, wait. It does need a external speakers thing. It told me that 20 minutes after I was messing around. So anyway, plugged in a headphone, immediately we had sound. Final thing, a printer needed to get hooked up. I can't do it, I looked everywhere. Looked for the drivers, the printer was so old, it wasn't supported by Windows 7 anymore. Like, ugh. All in all, a fun day. People were polite, gave me what I wanted, and it was a good time spent. Anyway, that's going to do for this episode, though. So thanks for watching. Hope you're in the series. Free shows, probably coming like you or something if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.